Alright. This is probably 2.5, $3 million lobby. There's a bunch of people in here with maxed out normal gems. I think each team probably has 5 10Ks, whether or not they're queuing at that. Both sides is basically a bunch of melee, and one side has a golem necro, and then I have this new build that I've been trying. I guess it's not the spin to win build's been around forever. It's a new take on it. I was watching a EU streamer the other day. I think his name's like I want to say Azio. The class changes a lot, but he was playing against a 12k Necro and he was destroying everybody. And the time I was playing Monk, I'm gonna stop myself. I die right here. If you look at my team, they are all going to fill this top lane when they respawn. Not a single person came over here. I sat here and tried to tank this idol, fighting a Monk 1v1 as a Necro. And then whenever the guy finally does come over here, it's a barb, and look where he's running, all the way down the lane. I digress. Yeah, saw him playing this build, and I was like, oh, that's this new evasion crap that actually started working in the game now. It has a purpose. Seems to be pretty good. I wonder how it would work for us, on US East. So I asked the best Necro on East that I know if he would play it, so I didn't have to try it. And he doesn't like the pants, so he didn't want to do it. So I'll call him Necro at the moment. He's doing pretty damn good with it, but that is not my playstyle. I don't like playing Barb, and that is definitely a Barb playstyle. Dude, Tucker is a menace now that he's a Monk. But yeah, I saw the build, and I kept trying different versions of it yesterday, and I was talking with one of my buddies that plays on the excuse me, what do they call it? I forget the term. Anyway, the Asian servers. He plays. I think he lives in China somewhere. I'm not sure what region he's from, but he was telling me about his clan leader, who's a pretty big reso guy, and we're discussing the build and why he does what and blah blah blah, and I think I came up with my own little version that works for me. This build is definitely not to sit here and tank. Right here, this is a perfect example. That's what it's designed to do. Push forward off of the idol, proc all the gems and CC away from your tanks, and then you can rotate back, But most of this game I spent trying to stand on an idol. I think the matchmaking gods that they gave me probably, I'll say, in my opinion, the best pound for pound Barb we got right now on NA East in Odin. I mean, yeah, there's a, I'm just name drop, I don't care. Baratheon, who's got a max out a damn account that can one-shot just about anybody. Lily can probably one-shot anybody. They're both queuing at max reso with maxed out gems. I'm not taking anything away from them. I'm just, when you got a maxed out account, you ought to be able to one-shot people. But I digress. Back to this build. Most of the time I was playing this build completely wrong, but the only way to generate corpses is you actually have to activate your Wraith form and go through somebody, and that'll generate a corpse, and then your scythe, the big circles that are spinning around, will also generate corpses, and that's how you can proc your corpse lance. But it's the same spin to win. The only difference is you don't use borrowed time anymore, and and you used one of the newer chest essences that makes your shield, I think it's 20% increased damage and 20% damage reduction, but it also has to consume a corpse. And if you're not going through people or you don't have your scythe up, you're not generating any corpses. So you'll see me circle back a lot of times, like right there. I knew there was a corpse up there. I had to circle back to go get it to just keep my damage up. Both teams were stacked with melee, and for whatever reason, we could not get a push going. And I mean, we're progressing. Don't get me wrong, we're going, but it definitely wasn't like right here. I could have went to the left side and probably got 3 or 4 kills, but then all this progression just goes backwards. So instead, I'm gonna face tank 5 people and then rotate over here in hopes that they chase me, which they did. Here they come. And now we can get this going. I don't know what it is, but if you watch the mini-map back during this game, whatever side had more blue dots on it, when people respawn, that's the side they run to. And I don't understand how you're never going to get a split going if you just keep all running to the same side. But, bunch of barbs, bunch of freaking red zone in this game. But I think the build has some potential. Still tweaking on it. This was like probably the fifth game that I played with it, with this version of it, and I really like it. Yeah, I was talking to Nichols, and he shared with me the build that they're running on the Asian servers, and I tweaked it to fit me, or fit, you know, what I see in BGs, and it's working out pretty well. There's 10 seconds left and we're not capped yet. This is crazy right here. I haven't been in a game this close and I can't tell you how long. Literally 1 second and we punched it in. I mean, you can't ask for a better game. I mean, we all bitch about when you get a blowout or when you're getting blown out, but at least in this one it was a good fight for both teams all the way through. And I don't know about y'all, but ever since the last update, anytime after a battlegrounds I go to inspect somebody, it's like hit or miss whether you can actually inspect them anymore. Like I was just trying to show everybody's reso and secondary stats, and about half of them don't work. I don't know what this crap is. Like I can't even click on him. This was a pretty big satyr. I haven't seen this name before. Everybody keeps name changing though, so. Boiler. He's doing pretty well so far on East Coast. Colts up there. I think he's like 10.5. I think this dude's 8K. I think Lawrence is like 8K. That Golem build, man, it's hit or miss. I don't know what. I think Savage Friend is like 9K. I don't know what he's doing. I think he had internet problems or something. Odin queued at 11K. I think War's probably. Yeah, I think he queues at 10K. I think this guy's close to 10K. This guy's 10K. I think this one's like 7, maybe 7. I don't have a clue. But anyways, nail biter. Somehow we pulled that shit off. GG's to everybody. I think I just showed the build here at the end. Yeah, I was using Vipers was the only weird thing that I ran in there, and then 2-piece Grace, 2-piece Vitus, and 4-piece Mount Bank.